Happy Friday. Today's topic comes to you courtesy of Bruce Lee, which also comes to you courtesy of my 5-minute journal. So I've shared this before, but I'll definitely share it again because this is one of my go-to resources. It's part of my daily mindset reps. It's part of what I do every day to stay in a positive mindset and a mindset that's full with grit and determination, and a little bit of serenity sprinkled in there as well. So highly recommend the 5-minute journal. What it is essentially every day, it's a gratitude journal essentially, but every day you'll have, there's usually a little quote or sometimes there's a challenge, and it's, what I'm grateful for, what's gonna make today great, and then your daily affirmations, your I am statements. And then also some stuff at the end, some stuff's right at the end of the day, amazing things that happened and how today could have been better. So I highly recommend this, especially if you want just a little bit more structure. If you've heard about gratitude journals and you want to do a gratitude journal, but you're just not really even sure where to start, this is a great place to start. I just got this on Amazon, and it comes with this is a nice hardcover. It looks really pretty on your night desk, or it looks really, fill in adjective that you like next on your night desk. It looks really powerful on your night desk, or wherever it is you want to put it. But I was flipping forward. I finished today's, and then I flip forward to tomorrow to see what the quote is, and it's a Bruce Lee quote: "The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus." And the only thing I would change there is the successful warrior is the average woman with a laser-like focus, is the average human person with a laser-like focus. And so it's the laser-like focus that I'm focusing on. But also that, first of all, people seem to think that when we think of great warriors or great leaders, awesome leaders, that you need to somehow be like this super person, that you need to be, like I talked about Elon Musk yesterday. But then, you have to work like 90, 100, 500-hour weeks, even though there's not many hours in a week, I don't think. I'm not sure. That's just simply not true. That the people who are really making a demonstrable positive impact on the world, and doing it with integrity, doing it with authenticity, they're mere average humans who put their pants on one leg at a time, just like everyone else, that that suffer from all of the things that regular humans suffer from: stress, and they get sick, they get colds, they have to go to the bathroom too, isn't it funny sometimes when you go to like an event, like a conference or something, and there'll be somebody who you really, really admire, maybe you've never met them before. For me it was Seth Godin. He was at the Business of Software conference last year in 2016. And it was so funny, like we were all like in between the talks, people were waiting in line to go to the bathroom, and I saw Seth Godin waiting in the line to go to the bathroom. And of course, like I was on the other side because I was on the women's side. But it's just funny, like, oh, that's right, Seth Godin has to pee too. What I mean? And it's like, yeah, we're average humans we stack the deck. We intentionally stack the deck in our favor when we take the actions and we do the things that are necessary, the intelligent actions, the inspired actions, the consistent actions, with laser-like focus. And that's how you achieve amazing things, not just fake amazing things that you just talk about, but that aren't real. I know that there's lots of people out there who, show themselves in front of like a plane or something, and it's not really theirs, or there's so much out there that's like it's fake. But what I'm talking about here is real success, demonstrable success, a real impact that it's undeniable. And that what it takes to get there is laser-like focus. And so what I want to talk about today is how to gain that laser-like focus in your career, in your tech career, so that you can earn more recognition for the achievements that you're making and also have an impact along the way. And oh, by the way, earn those sweet rewards as well, which include monetary rewards, which include, yes, it includes more money. Sometimes when I talk with people and they say, well, it's not about the money, it's about the impact. It's about making that contribution. It's about knowing that I am changing the world one build at a time, one day at a time. And that's cool. And that's awesome. That's what's going to motivate you in the long term anyway. But I sometimes jokingly say, but you're going to earn more money along the way, even if you're going to have to grin and bear it. You're going to see your bank account get bigger. I'm sorry, but that's just a side effect of having so much impact. It's like, all right, okay, I'll take those sweet rewards. It's fun. Earning more money is fun, and it's cool. And also, it's a resource. You get to do a ton of stuff with it, right? And it's not just about you. You get to share that money. You get to have an impact. It increases the amount of impact that you can have because you have more resources. So I want to talk about that laser-like focus. And there's a lot of different ways to approach this, but what I want to talk about today are the 5 steps to either successfully landing your dream job, your hell yes job, for those of you who are on the job market, or 5 steps to successfully landing the hell yes promotion, for those of you who are on the promotion path. These 5 steps are very similar to one another. These are the 5 steps that we go through if you do a strategy session with us, if you book a career strategy session, if you go to thepeoplestack.com/talk, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you do a free career strategy session with us, and your goal is that you're on the job market and you want to land that hell yes, that dream job, or if you want to land a promotion, we will go through these 5 steps with you, and really kind of custom tailor those 5 steps. The 5 steps stay the same, but sort of custom tailor connecting the dots, what's in between for you, for your situation. But I want to share these 5 steps because this is what can help you have that laser-like focus and help you have that aha moment of, oh, right, I forgot to do that. Or, oh, right, I didn't realize I can do that. I didn't realize I can actually grab my career by the horns so much and be in the driver's seat so much. So ask yourself, as I'm going through these steps, and if your goal is a new job or a promotion, whether it's next month or 2 years from now, because let's face it, you got to hit the ground running. Preparing is everything. Preparation is everything. Prepare to succeed. As I'm going through the steps and you've skipped any of them and you haven't put 100% into any of them with a laser-like focus, that's probably why, or at least a part of why, you haven't gotten that promotion yet, or why you haven't landed that hell yes job yet. So these are the 5 steps. If you could read my chicken scratches, I'm going to go through each of them, but they're very similar, whether you're on the job market or whether you're on the promotion path. Clarity is step 1. And then step 2, when you're on the job market, it's networking. When you're in the promotion path, because this is internal, right? You're looking for basically an internal job, you're evangelizing. You're evangelizing your excellence. You're evangelizing your team's excellence. And then step 3 on the job market, this is kind of how we measure our progress kind of midway. It's leads. When you're on the job market, you need leads. And so these are conversations. These are conversations with people that very well could lead to a job offer. So this is not a friend who tells you, oh, I think maybe these people are hiring, I don't know. A lead is a conversation with the hiring manager, a conversation with the person who's going to make that hiring decision. Yes, we're hiring, let's talk. That's a lead. And so you measure that, you measure your progress. How many leads do you have? If you're on the job market, you should be asking yourself that question. How many leads do I have? And if the answer is 0, then go back, where am I here? Then go back to here and here. If you have 0 leads and you're on the job market, guess what? Something's wrong here or something's wrong here. You haven't done enough. And then for when you're on the promotion path, it's advocates. You want to gain those advocates, those people who are going to get ready to go to bat for you and advocate for you and say, yep, that person absolutely deserves a promotion. And then the next step, when you're on the job market, it's interviewing, going through the interview process. With the promotion path, the equivalent is kind of executive buy-in, having those series of conversations with the senior executives to get their buy-in that, yep, this person deserves a promotion. And then the step before you actually either land that job or land that promotion for both is negotiating. It's negotiating salary, negotiating what the job is going to be, negotiating benefits and stuff like that. So it all starts the same with clarity. And then the last step before you actually land that job or land that promotion is negotiating. And then what happens in between is a little bit different, but it's a very similar process. It's about a series of conversations that you initiate. Remember, you are the player in your career. You are not a pawn. So these are a series of conversations that you initiate in order to evangelize yourself, in order to network, in order to gain those leads, in order to gain those advocates, in order to interview and communicate with the people who are making the decisions. That yes, I can add value here. I am a fit. We are a mutual fit. Let's do this. And so it all starts with clarity. So I'll go a little bit more in detail on each of the steps so that you can get a sense of what I mean by all of them. So it all starts with clarity. You need to have 1000% laser focused clarity on the job you want. And that holds in either case, whether you're on the job market or whether you want a promotion. 1000% laser focused clarity on the job you want. What is the job title? In what industry? Working for what kind of people? Laser focused clarity. And that goes for when you're on the promotion path as well. What is the job that you want? Is it open yet? Is there an opening? If so, what is that opening? Or, if it's not open, is it going to be opened? If you don't know, then find out. Again, don't make the excuse that, well, I don't know. Sometimes I ask people, is there upward momentum? Is there room for upward momentum? Climbing up the career ladder at your job. Well, gee, I don't know, maybe. Find out. Talk to people, talk to your boss, talk to your boss's boss, talk to other senior leaders. Is there going to be a position opening up? Find that out. So have 100% clarity so that you know where you're going, so that you can picture and know that this is the job I'm going for. Because without that, you fail. You fail because you can't network, you can't evangelize, you can't get leads, you can't get advocates, you can't interview, you can't have those conversations, and you can't negotiate if you don't have 100% clarity and 100% confidence that this is absolutely the job for you. The clarity leads to confidence. So if you don't have either of those, game over. So it starts with 100% clarity on the job that you want, that you are a perfect fit for. Your values, your skills are the perfect fit for. And that once you dial in your communication skills, once you dial in your ability to evangelize and your ability to communicate your impact and what you do, once you dial that in, it's like, yeah, hell yeah, that's the job. I absolutely know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can kick ass at that job. So it all starts with clarity. And then from there, it's about including other people in the process as well. So when you're on the job market, it's about networking, going to networking events, talking to people, every single person who will listen to you and who is willing to listen to you. I'm looking for X job. I'm a software engineering manager. I've been doing it for X number of years. I'm looking to level up and become a director of software engineering. And these are my skills, and this is my goal. Do you know anybody who's hiring? So you can see where clarity is really important there. Because if it's like you go to a networking event, oh, you're on the job market, what are you looking for? Well, gee, I'm not really sure. I thought about maybe product management, but I'm not sure if that's for me or not. But it could be project management too, because I know it's kind of similar. But I'm actually really technical as well. You know, I grew up as a developer, so I'm actually really technical as well. So maybe more like tech management. I don't know. Do you know anybody who's hiring? If somebody said that to you, you would say, oh, that's great. You're on the job market. That shrimp looks really good, doesn't it? There's no clarity. And so when there's no clarity, people can't help you. So networking, sharing with people, letting people know that you're looking, activating your network. And when it's internal, it's about evangelizing. Because it's an internal position, it's basically like networking, but it's about you already have ostensibly some political capital at the company that you work for, right? But you still need to let people know, hey, hey boss, I want this promotion. And letting other people know I'm going up for this promotion. People can't read your mind, right? If you want a promotion and you're going for a promotion, you need to let people know, hey, I want this, because not everybody wants a promotion. You know, you've probably been there in your career as well. I'm happy where I am. You know, I know that maybe there's a possibility for me to level up, but you know what? I'm absolutely happy, more than happy where I am. I'm sitting where I am right now. But when it's time, when you're ready to like level up and get to the next level, you gotta tell people that, and you need to evangelize your value. So this is internal, right? Evangelizing your excellence, evangelizing your team's excellence. This is self-promotion on steroids, letting people know, not just that like, hey, I'm going for this promotion, but it's more about, I want to add more value. I want to I want to go to the next level, because I know as director of engineering or VP of engineering or, you know, director of product or whatever it is, whatever that promotion position is, I can have even more of an impact. And I've had this much impact here. I'm ready to take it to the next level. So and sharing your wins, those demonstrable wins. That excellence, you know, it's about evangelizing that excellence, not just evangelizing the mediocrity, right? That's not compelling, but evangelizing the excellence and finding and knowing how to pinpoint that excellence and how to measure and communicate that excellence. Often we forget that we've had those wins. So that's what the evangelizing piece is. It's evangelizing / networking, depending on whether you're going for an internal or an external job. And then, like I said, kind of midway through, we want to chart our progress. We want to know, is this clarity, is it working? Is this networking, is this evangelizing working? And so we want to keep score. You have to keep score along the way, right? If you're not keeping score, you're not really playing the game. How do you know whether you're winning or losing and what you're doing is working? So the way that we keep score along the way when we're on the job market is leads. So like I said, if you're on the job market, ask yourself the question, how many leads do I have? These are conversations with people that could very well, to the best of your knowledge, lead to a job offer. It's basically like, it's from marketing. Right? So in marketing and sales, a lead is a potential client, right? And we talk about warm leads and cold leads. When I use the word lead when you're on the job market, I really mean warm leads. And not even just lukewarm leads. And I don't mean freezing cold leads either, you know, ice cold leads. I mean warm leads. People who know you, who like you, who trust you, who can then lead you, it's appropriate, the word is appropriate in lots of different ways, lead you to that job offer. How many do you have right now? If the answer is 0, then go back. Do more networking. If you're doing networking and it's not working, ask yourself, are you really doing it? Are you really doing it with a laser-like focus? Do I have 100% clarity? Because if that's not working, then go back to clarity. So chart your progress with leads. And then when you're on the internal promotion path, you want to chart your progress with advocates. How many advocates have you gained along the way? So these are people who are willing to go to bat for you. These are people who are willing to advocate, to sponsor you, to say, you know, if a conversation were to come up and say, yeah, you know what, Jen's up for a promotion. You know, I hear that Jen wants to get that promotion to VP. An advocate is like, oh yeah, you know, it's like she's VP already. You know, I would recommend her for it unreservedly. That's an advocate. How many advocates do you have? And by the way, usually your boss needs to be your best advocate. Like that's the person who is going to absolutely go to bat for you no matter what. And so if your boss isn't ready to advocate for you, you have to ask yourself the question, how on earth am I going to get this promotion? Because your boss has to be able to say to his boss or whoever's making that decision, yep, this person's awesome. This person is already doing VP level stuff. This person is already adding so much value. Yeah, of course, like this person is a shoo-in for that VP position, for that director position. So chart your progress. How many advocates do you have? If you are going for an internal promotion, who's going to advocate for you? And the number should be more than one, right? Because this is not, this is not just it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You know, it's not just that like your boss says, yep, you deserve a promotion and then it happens. No. So chart your progress. How many advocates do you have who are willing to say, yep, this person absolutely, no question in my mind, deserves a promotion. So you got to make sure you're tracking your progress along the way, or else you don't know whether it's working. How many leads do you have? How many advocates do you have? Whether you're on the job market, whether you're on the promotion path. The next step after that basically involves conversations with the higher ups, conversations with the decision makers. When you're on the job market, we call this interviewing. And so it's pretty straightforward. After you get those leads, if it's clear that it's a fit, if it's clear that, yep, let's move this in the right direction, let's move this a step further, you're going to interview. So another way to track your progress, by the way, how many interviews have you gotten? What were the results of those interviews? So that's when you're on the job market. And when you're on the promotion path, the parallel is executive buy-in. So there, what I mean by that is you don't just need advocates, but you need the people who are going to be making the decision about whether or not to give you that promotion to buy into that and to say, yes, let's do this. So it's a series of conversations that may often include your boss, which is why your boss is an important advocate here, getting that buy-in at the executive level, getting that buy-in at the senior leadership level. That, yeah, not only confirming that, yes, this position is open, but that, yes, we are absolutely considering you for this. And you're basically interviewing, right? It's kind of like internal interviewing when you're on the promotion path, and it's an internal thing. And then last but not least, in both cases, whether you're on the job market or whether you're looking for an internal promotion, there's negotiating. And so this seems fairly obvious, I think, when you're on the job market. But some people don't negotiate. They'd rather not negotiate. Either they'll give me what I'm worth, and I don't want to have to deal with it, or like I suck so much at negotiating that I just don't want to deal with it. And I'll just say yes. Because people are scared at that point of losing something, losing stuff. And it could be, it could be a scary situation. It could be a situation where you absolutely could, if you say the wrong things and you come off in the wrong way at the negotiation table, they absolutely could take that job offer away from you, because no one wants to work with an asshole, right? So yes, negotiation can be a very, it's a high stakes conversation for sure, which is why there's often some fear and frustration and some anxiety associated with it. But it's a necessary part of the process. They expect you to negotiate. They expect you to advocate for yourself. They expect you to test them. Negotiating is a time to test them. How much are they going to go to bat for me? Really? If I ask for another 10 to 15% more, which is totally within the ballpark of what they would expect, and you do it with integrity, you don't come off like an asshole, then that's testing them. right? Because the worst that they can say in that situation, when you're doing it with compassion, when you're doing it with integrity, when you're doing it from a place of 100% authenticity, this is who I am and I want to ask for more because I deserve it. The worst they can say is no. Thank you for asking, no. The best they can say is, yeah, here you go. Here's an extra 15%. When can you start? So negotiation is absolutely a part when you're on the job market. It's also a part when you're going for that internal promotion position as well. Because there's salary to negotiate. There's other stuff to negotiate as well. You're gonna be working for the same company, yes, but it's a new job with new responsibilities, possibly a new team, and also new perks as well. New benefits, new rewards. And so negotiate them, not just the salary. What else? Is it, your own office? Is it, what do you get in terms of human resources? Do you have, does it come with extra support? Extra paid time off, whatever it might be. So even when it's an internal promotion, there's still negotiation that's going to happen. Otherwise, you're just settling. Otherwise, you're just taking what they give you. Is that what a leader does? Just takes, okay, thank you. No. You ask questions. You find out what else is possible here for me, for my team, so that we can all add more value. So those are the steps. Again, I'll put them up here. There we go. So whether you're on the job market or whether you're on the promotion path, these are the 5 steps. It all starts with clarity. You have to have 100% clarity about the job that you want. Then we go on to basically including other people in the process. In the job market, it's networking. Telling everybody that you know that you're on the job market, you're looking for X job. And when you're on the promotion path, you're telling them that, but you're also evangelizing your excellence. You're also evangelizing your team's excellence. So you can continue to build that political capital. You can continue to build that buy-in and build those advocates. And then midway through, for the job market, what you're looking for are leads. You're looking for leads to job offers. On the promotion path, you're looking for advocates. You're gaining, I should say, is probably a better verb to use there. You're not looking for them, like, any advocates out there? Any leads? Anyone? No, that's not how you do it. You gain them. You earn them along the way through your evangelizing, through your networking, through that clarity that you have. Advocates who are going to go to bat for you and say, yep, absolutely, this person deserves a promotion. And then you involve the higher ups. You involve the senior leaders, the executives in the process. So this involves networking. It involves interviewing. When you're on the job market, it involves a series of conversations with executives and senior leaders when you're on the promotion path. And then last but not least, it involves negotiating. And actually, I should say last but not least, it involves celebrating and them saying, yep, here you go. Here's the job offer. When can you start? And you accept it and you're awesome. Or when you have that promotion, it's, yep, so this is what the promotion looks like. This is what the salary is going to look like. Let's start tomorrow. As of tomorrow, you're VP of engineering. Congratulations. And you celebrate, you do whatever you can to celebrate, and then you get to work. You get to work adding that value and earning that recognition and earning those rewards that you know that you absolutely deserve. And that's what it's about. So those are the 5 steps to either successfully landing your hell yes job while you're on the job market, or 5 steps to successfully navigating the promotion path so that you can land that hell yes promotion. Again, this is all about having that laser-like focus so you can get where you want in your career and have a massive impact along the way. So now that you have some more clarity and some more laser-like focus on the steps that you need to take in order to land that promotion, to land that OMG job, you may be thinking, wow, that's a lot. And there are several places there in those 5 steps that I'm just not sure what to do and how to navigate it in my case. So if that's the case, because look, these are a general 5 steps. How you implement them in your case with your team, in your career, it's going to vary from person to person to person. So if you want to talk about how specifically to implement these 5 steps in your career, then book a call with my team. Go to thepeoplestack.com/talk. You'll get to my team's calendar, pick a time that works for you, and they will call you at that time. And on that call, you're going to map a step-by-step strategy. We already have the overall 5-step strategy. We're going to make it super specific to you. It's going to be custom tailored to you. Which areas do you need to focus on more? Do you need to add more laser-like focus to? And which areas are you okay in that you don't necessarily need to focus on as much because you're already good there? And so you're going to get even more laser-like focus, and then you'll have that custom tailored step-by-step plan. And if you want our help to help you implement that plan and those strategies, if you want support along the way, accountability along the way to make sure that you're keeping the promises that you make to yourself so that you can navigate the promotion path, so that you can navigate the job market path. We'll absolutely talk about what that could and would look like if we were to work together to help you do that, to coach you through that process. But if you're not looking for help, you simply want more clarity and you want that step-by-step strategy and you're not looking for help at this point, that's cool too, and that's totally fine. So again, just go to thepeoplestack.com/talk, book a call with my team, and get ready to have more laser focus on your career than you have ever had in your life. So that's it for today, folks. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.